Hello, I am Breanne Heldman, executive editor at People, and I am so excited to be hosting this very special chat celebrating Holiday Touchdown, a Bill's love story with the one, the only Holland Roden and Matthew Daddario. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm so excited about this movie. I know you just had a big premiere in Buffalo. How did that go?
Oh my gosh. I mean, when there are reindeer, 5,000 people that show up to support you, a bevy of Buffalo Bills players, it was like the publicity team and myself and Matt, we had this idea of like, oh, wouldn't it be cute to just have this celebratory walk up into the premiere? And it turned into this mini parade in Buffalo. And it was so magical. There was hot cider. It was pretty fun.
How was
Yeah,
it for you?
I want to mention that the reindeers' names were Gus and Sneakers, and they were absolute performers. I mean,
Sneakers was
what a couple of professionals.
yeah.
Wait, did sneakers wear sneakers?
No, but
No,
he's
no,
like a
he's
miniature
got
guy.
yeah, and he's got I guess different colored feet.
He has really long toenails.
Oh, and yeah,
They're
hey,
so
reindeer.
oh,
Oh, that's so fun. Um, what was the fan reaction to seeing the movie? Because they showed the movie, you got to watch it in a big crowd. That doesn't happen all the time for Hallmark, so that had to be really special. What was that like?
I mean, I think it was universally positive. I was very surprised with just how positively people review the movie. You never know. You don't know. You go in thinking one thing, you're not sure. And it was fantastic to hear that everyone really liked it. And watching it for the first time, because although I had the link, I wanted to watch it with everybody else. I also was blown away. It was really excellent. Incredible work by everybody. Very touching, and very fun. It was a fun movie.
I my biggest just warming reaction was they said that, oh my gosh, you have encapsulated the spirit and the accent and the locations of Buffalo, and they really felt like Buffalo was accurately presented, and that felt really good.
Yes, it did.
That is high praise.
It was exciting as an actor because you usually have to hide where you're shooting, cheat where you're shooting, what city you're in. And this time we got to instead of hiding, we were highlighting essentially where we got to film. So that was yeah, that was definitely unique as well.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of those locations. Let's start with the store because that's a real story. Yes,
Fiddlers 5 and 10.
Viddlers. Yes.
Yes.
I love candy, and so I was very excited that there was all this nostalgic candy. But they really do have this this attic upstairs that we that's on our journey and our Secret Santa journey. And so I love that that was all connected. And there was a couple fires way back in the day, many decades ago, and the stories behind that. So there's a lot of history behind that building. And Mr. Biddler himself is this massive statue that leans over the awning, or above the awning, I should say. And it's just a really unique landmark in Buffalo. So the fact that it was such a big part of our story, hopefully people in Western New York will appreciate that.
I don't care how old you are. You go into Viddlers, it is kid in a candy shop. It's not just candy. It's all these toys and little things that you wanted when you were younger, and now you kind of want now because you can buy them. You don't have to ask your mom for them. And honestly, it's the kind of place like that. If you go to Buffalo, I genuinely mean this. Go to Viddlers. If you have kids with you and you want them to actually say that they really love you and really mean it, Viddlers is the place to go. I honestly, it's like the last of a special era. I love that place.
I kept shopping for Matt's kids. I was like, you can get your daughter this. Oh, we just get her this. He's like, okay, okay, okay. Like pick like one thing, maybe two things. It was really sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fun.
And I will say there was a fun Easter egg that in the movie, I was in a Hallmark film called Five Gold Rings, and in the background, you can see five gold rings on the letterhead of the movie theater across the street when we're walking outside. So that was, that will never happen again, I don't think, when I'm in a movie. So that they surprised me with that, and then obviously it was done on purpose. So that
Yeah.
was fun.
I actually was going to call that out because also what's kind of fun about that too is that was something they did in the first Holiday Touchdown movie. where they walked by a movie theater where the marquee had the names of Hunter King and Tyler Hines' previous movies on it. So I'm like, what a fun tradition to throw into this franchise. Was there a pressure when you found out you were doing the second in this franchise? It's massive. I mean, like it was such a big deal last year. Was there an added pressure to do round two and have it level up?
I felt a little pressure just because this was Matt's first Hallmark. And so I wanted to make sure that we were all taken care of. And, I just wanted to lead the ship in the right direction, having come from Hallmark before, and know that there were big shoes to fill when Tyler Hines and Hunter were the leads of the last one. But I think Matthew, we had so much fun. And Dustin Reichert was a great leader as a director.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do this is my first Hallmark film. And I wanted to do a good job. I know Hallmark has a long tradition, and there's a certain tone, there's a certain quality to these films that people really, really like. And to capture that, you have to know what you're doing a little bit. So I asked a lot of questions and tried to figure out exactly what that was. And I think I did an okay job, hopefully. And so there was some pressure, and also, yeah, it's probably their biggest movie of the year overall. And
One
so
of them.
obviously,
We'll say one of them.
one
We
of
don't
them.
want. We don't. Yeah. There's.
Hey, listen.
That little Opry movie coming too.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say it's the biggest movie of the year. Why not? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I
It doesn't
mean,
have to be true. I'm just
as
gonna
the
say
guy who has been featured in People's Sexiest Man Alive.
it. It is true. I have been featured. I wasn't voted number one, but featured
You
is,
were in it, Matt.
I
I'm learning
was.
every
I was
day.
in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, that's my favorite thing to share at cocktail parties. So yeah, no, there was definitely some pressure, but you know, you can easily trust the people who are involved, and having Holland there was fantastic because Holland's very professional, knows what she's doing, has worked with Hallmark before. So she kind of, as she was saying, kind of gave me some advice along the way. And then obviously the crew is incredibly professional, and Hallmark knows what they're doing. So it wasn't so hard once I was there, to be honest.
Holland, what advice did you give to Matthew on doing his first Hallmark movie? What did you warn him about?
Once I was given a direction of a very emotional scene, and someone said, "If you could just smile when you cry." What? And so sometimes, it's and I understand that it's a blurred line, and it's a really tricky line because people do come to Hallmark to feel good, and there is an escapism aspect. And so you want to ground the material and have it as realistic as possible without breaking brand tradition of this should be a place where you're not getting, War and Peace when you want to watch Housewives. This is a feel good place, and we want to protect that. So it can be a little tricky as an actor to make sure you're covering all your bases to be as entertaining as possible, real as possible, and then making sure people feel good in the end too and protected. And so that's mainly what I shared with Matthew.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting thing, is because generally the tendency is to say, okay, bring the drama to it, right? Right? There might be some issue. And in real life, your response might be to have a conversation about it. And maybe, but film is not directly meant to be an exact representation of real life, right? It's supposed to dramatize things. So if you're doing Hallmark, don't bring all the misery and drama to the character. Make it a little more pleasant, which is also just as real, frankly, because we all know sometimes they want it real, they want to really up the stakes.
I also,
You don't
yeah,
need to do that.
I would say I also told him the best thing I've loved about Hallmark is, I've said it before, I will continue saying it again, is that the, sort of message of Hallmark of, being nice, it is absolutely true, not only in front of the camera, but behind the camera. And that's been my most I feel so lucky to be working with people that are lovely to work with. And Matt, I said, all of those things. And then he quickly realized that as well.
And you're seeing that to be true, Matthew, I assume.
Yes, everyone is very nice as me.
Everyone
and
is very nice.
as nice as I.
Even Andrew Walker? I know he's in the
Aw.
movie.
Oh, Andrew is one of my favorites. That guy, I met a bunch of these guys from Hallmark, and man, these are good people. I am baffled. Where'd they find all of them? How are these?
They're
It's like
really nice.
no, I genuinely don't understand. You
They're
can't find
so
this many good,
genuinely nice. And they're cool
actually
and they're lovely.
genuine, nice, kind, smart, interesting. I don't know where they're finding them, but geez, they should run a like a service to find people dates. What are they, the
And
matchmaking stuff.
they'll do sing-alongs too. Like in the car, we all get to sing. Like it's just, I'm telling you, it's really fun. It's like adult summer camp.
Wait, so what are we singing in the car? Tell me about those rides.
Sometimes it's country, which I'm even not a big fan of country, but if everyone's singing, you join in. I mean, we sing rock. We had Spanish music on the other day. Oh gosh, what do we had? We had Paul Simon, and we had Jimmy Buffett. It's a lot of fun. We all kind of take turns and play DJ.
I love that. They're all a good time in a silent disco too. I will just point that out because I just got off the cruise with a bunch of them.
Oh, you were on the cruise. Okay.
No, I was. So I want to go back to some of the Bills fandom because there's so many traditions that you all had to work into this. What was one of your favorites?
Oh gosh.
The outfits just blow me away. Everybody's got them on. Everybody's there, full in it, all in it. They're all in, and I love it. I really, really love these fans. They get it. They get what it's like.
I would say Z Cavarici, I think, is the pant.
Oh,
Z
nice.
Cavarici, that's the pant? I'm
Cavarici is the
Googling this.
zebra pant. Yes. Yes. I would say my favorite part of the Buffalo fandom is the tailgates. Head over to Hammerlot if you've never been on to a Buffalo Bills game, and they cook pizza in a filing cabinet. They have a bowling ball. I'm not one for shots, and let alone a shot that tastes like alcohol. I am that person. And there was a Polish cherry liqueur, and oh my Lord, I barely got that thing down. And you drink it out of a bowling ball and you throw it on the ground. There's a man that covers himself in mustard and ketchup. We got to clean his ears out with a Q-tip. Clean his ears out with a Q-tip. And what else was going on? They cook ribs also in a filing cabinet. They cook wings on a car engine.
The food quality is kind of outrageous. They have no business making food that good in the methods that they're making it. Like
butter and hot sauce.
I get that, you make something hot and then you cook it in an enclosed space. I get the premise, the science, whatever, but frankly, it's strange. And yes, as Holland has pointed out, what'd you learn? Frank's 50%,
butter
50%.
Ooh.
That's the perfect sauce, and I think that's that's accurate.
Oh.
Or any hot sauce that you may like. There's a lot of good hot sauces coming out of Buffalo, just so people know.
We're the luckiest Hallmark people that we got to shoot in a city that is known for buffalo wings. And so Matt and I are heavy fans of that.
What a sell. That was the first thing I thought of when they called me. I said, oh man, I'm gonna eat buffalo wings like all day.
You weren't like Christmas in the summertime. You were
all I was thinking was buffalo wings. You got me worked up. You get me worked up.
And we got lucky. The weather was actually, I think maybe 2 out of our 17-day shoot was on the crispier side. Everything else was quite cool. Yeah,
that's nice.
I know, we got really lucky.
But now you just went to Buffalo and it was very cold.
Oh,
I
yes.
feel like it must be cheating if we didn't.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And you got a rainy day when you were shooting towards the end, when you were shooting at Highmark. You want to talk about that experience shooting at Highmark?
Are we talking about the whole ending?
No, we're not spoiling anything.
Okay.
Just the experience of filming there. That's surreal. You're in an empty football stadium. It's a giant.
It's so surreal. Even going into the practice area and seeing that they have a full football field indoors. Do you know how cool that is? And then you're walking past where they train all the time and everything. And listen, as a person who always wanted to play some sport at a professional level, and 11-year-old me didn't realize that I'd get this close. Well, he thought that I was going to play for the Yankees. But getting to this point, it's like it's kind of a pinch yourself moment. It really is cool being out on the field, getting to run up and down that field a little bit with nobody in it. It's just really cool. It was really really awesome, and we really have to thank the Bills for letting us do that because that was really awesome.
Absolutely. And you spent a lot of time with players, and I feel like there was a lot of players show up in the movie, and also some of them have quite a few scenes.
Dion Dawkins just got a key to the city from the mayor of Buffalo, and I call him the walking hug. So I'm totally okay with Dion Dawkins being the landlord of Buffalo. And we have Dwayne Carter. There was Damari Hamlin, who said his uh, experience with acting was fourth grade Peter Pan, and I was loving that answer because I want that footage.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt was a big fan of a lot of the legacies as well.
I'll say, yeah, the Legacies was cool. Can't mention them, but very cool. But I will say something. I've seen Dion quite a few times recently on the like the sports news and giving little interviews. Impressive. That dude's impressive. I mean, look, he's been around a long time. Future Hall of Famer. He deserves it. I hope he's getting that. And honestly, the way if he's leading the team, you got a lot of faith in the Bills. So he's really impressive guy. Really impressive guy.
That's amazing. Did you have to give them any acting pointers when you were sharing scenes with them?
Oh, they would ask for like acting pointers, like like Dawson. I know asked quite a few questions, and he
started improvising a little bit though.
Yeah, he did. They gave him a little bit of a leash, and he went out with it. Ray Davis took advice incredibly well. Director gave him one piece to change something. He changed it exactly. It was perfect. Dion brought a lot of good energy, which was great. They did such a good job. I'm incredibly impressed.
Well, something that really impressed me about the movie was Holland's ability to throw the football and catch it. She has some nice catching scenes. So tell me about how much you practiced. Like, did you already know how to throw a football before this?
I guess so. I don't know.
You didn't? Yes, you did.
No.
You don't just pick up the ball and throw it. You caught every single pass thrown to you.
Maybe I was a football player in my past life.
She caught every pass thrown to her in one scene. Every single pass. And they weren't short passes. And she's running as she catches them. That you're telling me you didn't have any practice? That's not something people just do.
No, I think I'm good at catching things in general. I'm trying to think. I played ultimate frisbee a little bit at camp.
Okay, that tracks. Catching and
running. But no, I was mainly a dancer and a soccer player. Those are my sports.
Athlete.
But yeah, you look at football and you go like, it's got to be funneled. I don't know.
Right, but still, I mean, you look good doing it.
You can't throw it like this. You got to throw it like this.
Oh, good. You have an athlete's mind. It's perfect.
I love it.
I didn't get to
physics, guys,
on camera much. So
the shape of things is what gave me the clip.
There you go. We have to talk a little bit more about some of the costumes because,
right?
I mean, kudos to Keith.
Truly,
he's amazing. Those coats was one great coat after another. Holland, did you have a favorite?
It's always interesting. One of the things I love about a set is it's a puzzle, and it's everyone who's the best in their industry coming together and working together. And so my favorites were probably the one on the poster, but I always felt the most flattering. However, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Is Keith had the big fur collar and the jean jacket, which felt quite bulky on, and then you watch playback, and it looks fantastic, and it really does pop, and it brings out the colors in your face. And so who knew? Keith knew, and so that was probably my favorite jacket on screen, which I never would have known otherwise. And so, if it wasn't being played back to me. So I think what works in person, what works on screen, and what works, on what feels good on your body might all not be the same coat.
Yeah. Matthew, did you have any favorite Buffalo gear that you got to wear?
Well, there was this one red coat that Keith, he said, "Yeah, I really want you to wear this coat." He was very insistent, and I was like, "I'm not sure. It's a bright red." But then you don't say no to somebody like Keith. You don't say no to a costume person in general. It's a good tip for people when they're acting. Don't say no to me.
No.
Don't say no. You get like one no, and it has to be a soft no.
They know what
Don't
they're
make that.
doing. You're the
They know
can.
what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Don't make life difficult for them.
No.
So, the red coat, this red coat, uh, I actually really liked it. I think I want a bright red wool coat, vintage red coat. I think I want one. I think I'm gonna go get one. I think that's on my list. That's on my Christmas list. There you
There
go.
you go.
People should look out for Tracy Pollan's outfits. My mother's outfits are super stylish.
Yeah.
She has this long white coat that we all wanted.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
She looks like a true mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk about Tracy and Joey Pants being in this movie. What was it like getting to work with them? They're such icons.
I mean, The Sopranos being on Hallmark, who would have known, especially together. So that was a real treat having Steve Sherpa and Joe Pantoliano, and then Miss Maisel, along with Ghosts on CBS. I mean, Caroline Aaron's been in everything.
Yep.
And she's off to another project as we speak. And then we've got, Broadway with Patty Murin. I mean, she is Broadway's queen with, longtime Wicked and Frozen. And so we were really lucky to just have such a talented cast and a talented cast of improvers. And they really brought such a unique energy.
Yeah, it really brought a lot. The personalities really shone through, which was really nice, and a lot, especially the group family scenes.
Nice. Well, one of the big storylines here is this secret Santa that has been sending gifts to Joe Pantoliano's character for literal decades. Do you want to set up a little bit more of the story just for anyone who's tuning in who has not been paying much attention?
Okay, so Uncle Tommy was sent off. He had to go out. He went off he was drafted. He had to go to the war. Okay, he comes back, and he doesn't really get to set up a family of his own because times are hard. He's got to help with his family. He's got to help with his siblings, his mom, and so he kind of has to make some sacrifices along the way, right? And then somebody's sending him gifts every year, right? We want to know who is sending them these things, this help, right? Groceries, things like that, right? So it's it's kind of a touching story, and it actually resolves in a very, very touching way. It really is, and I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to because that was a very real story. I know circumstances exactly like that. So it was very nice to see that, and I think that the resolution will make a lot of people very happy.
Yeah, I just say if you're getting a Secret Santa for 50 years and you have no idea, there's no return address, I think the rest of the family is like, let's find this person. And so since the family, it's sort of gone overlooked a bit and he's raised us, it's the least we could do.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I do have to ask though, have any of you had Secret Santa experiences? Have you done Secret Santa rounds? And have
No, but I want one.
You really never did it growing up?
Someone sending me gifts in the mail without telling me? No.
Well, not like that, but like a formal Secret Santa.
I'm sure at some point we have, but nothing of like nothing in a concrete memory. I mean, I think no. I'm just thinking of fantasy football. When you lose, everyone has to pitch in and buy a bad gift to embarrass the loser of the fantasy football league. And so I think there was like a Jared's diamond that one of the young men had to wear around New York City, who was some big finance guy, something like that.
Oh no, he got a diamond.
I know. Wait, what? This sounds like such torture.
That was the bad gift?
No, I'm sure if maybe him it was, and then he gets to re-gift it to a girl that I'm sure is going to like it. But I think as a guy, in the fantasy football league, he did not want to have to wear a necklace. No.
Well, I have a question. I'm a little confused. A Secret Santa is not somebody secretly sending you gifts. It's something different. You're implying that there's some other formal version of a Secret Santa, which I don't understand.
What are the ground rules?
Well, everyone watching this is probably in the comments being like, "Oh, I've got a Secret Santa in my office." it's often people put their names in a hat, they pull one, and then for a week they give them gifts, or sometimes just it ends with a single gift, but the person doesn't know who's buying them a gift. And so you can make it fun.
And you tell people after the fact, say, hey, I got you that really
Yes,
great
there's
gift?
usually like a final
Okay.
party where you reveal yourself.
Oh, okay. All right, I like that.
Matt and I don't have friends, and we don't work in an office, so we're very isolated.
That's
I think
fair.
this might be an
That's fair.
office thing.
But we did
This is
this.
an office
I
thing.
feel like this was a thing when I was in high school too. Like people did it. Anyway, they can be varying degrees of fun and varying degrees of expense and pressure.
I need to join a book club or something where we all do a Secret Santa. It's needed.
There's Secret
I'll do a
Santas
Secret
that
Santa with you, Holland.
Okay, Matt.
But now you need more people.
Right, we need more
Guys,
people. Okay, I'm working on it. Give
Yeah.
me time. I have to figure out these concepts. I'm learning. I've only just joined Hallmark, and I am now learning all of the Christmas things. Okay, I'm becoming one of the Christmas team.
All right. Well, so before we wrap up, as the newest member of the Christmas team, can you please share with us one of your Christmas traditions?
Ooh, I've been sharing some. There's a lot of cooking, a lot of competitive cooking between family members, a lot of dinners, and nobody claims to be the best. Everyone always says that everybody else's is the best, and that's kind of a thing. I kind of like that. That's a little bit like a Secret Santa.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out what a Secret Santa is. I'm still working on it, so maybe not. The other option is I don't get to do this anymore, but I really like Christmas Eve, fire on, lights down low, Christmas music on. Give me the whole 1950s vibe of music. That whole, I don't know, when you listen to the old Christmas songs, and then the tree lit and a book. Oof, just for like 2 hours, an hour, 10 minutes is fine. Just give me that moment. Feels cozy.
That sounds awesome.
Gosh.
I'm in. Holland, what about you?
I would probably say, we have a gingerbread competition, which is very Hallmark of us. Mine tend to be a bit more abstract compared to my sister's. So mine has a swan lake. I have a bevy of farm animals in my very decorated fenced-in house situation in the front yard. There's a side yard. There's different roof materials. And I usually lose to her very pinned up, perfect gingerbread. But I gotta say, it's not quite as creative as mine.
No.
Mine maybe looks like a 5-year-old made it, but I stack a lot in there. There's a lot going on. You just gotta look closely enough to see all the different bells and whistles. But I would say that's a big tradition for us. And I guess my biggest memory with holidays is anything that involves cream cheese. We've got pickle pepper and the cream cheese. We've got Jimmy Dean sausage, rotel tomatoes, and the cream cheese. Got the sausage tip, mix it all up, put it in the microwave. And then you've got the queso, that is Tex-Mex queso. More rotel tomatoes. And so that's a big thing for me. And the ocean spray cranberry sauce has to have the indents of the can. Those are my favorite kind.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, that's required.
That's in my house. Yes.
Matthew doesn't seem like he's coming for your Christmas.
Hey, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. If it's good, it's good.
There
That's
you go.
how it is.
Yeah,
I'm not
On the can.
yucking yum. I'm just feeling competitive. That's it. Feeling competitive about the cooking.
We fry
That's it.
turkeys though, so we could rival. I mean, we're Cajun and Texan, so like
Bring it.
put
You know
down
what? Bring it. Let's see what happens. Come on up. Step up. Let's see what goes on.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what people think.
Yeah.
Yours is gonna be fantastic. Mine's gonna be just as good.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're all winners come
Yes.
Saturday, November
Oh.
22nd.
John Holland.
Look at that transition.
Yeah, there we go. Saturday, November 22nd, 8 p.m. On Hallmark Channel. You can watch for the very first time Holiday Touchdown, a Bill's love story starring these two charmers. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure when you tune in on Saturday that you tweet along and use the hashtag Holiday Touchdown. Obviously, Holiday Touchdown. Thanks, guys. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.